Hi, I'm Betsy.
I'm Grace.
I'm Julia.
And we did have another person in our group, Kenshi, but he recently had surgery on his hand, so he's resting right now. And we are and we are working with Save Our Shores. So Save Our Shores mission is to care for the marine environment through ocean advocacy, awareness, and action. And the challenge they presented to us was to find a way to keep Sand City Beach sustainably clean. And they want to inspire people to keep the beach clean. They don't want to guilt people into keeping the beach clean. Like a lot of organizations use photos like this to try and make people feel terrible about themselves for leaving plastic. They don't want to do that. And the reason they chose Sand City Beach is because they found it was an opportunity to exercise certain cleanup methods.
Yeah, so the first part of our process was site visits. So we basically, first we went to the Wharf Beach and sort of tried to compare and contrast the differences between that and Sand City Beach. So yeah, we noticed that the Wharf Beach was populated and there are lots of businesses around it. So it's more commercial and there are lots of tourists. A couple of people we interviewed were visiting, so they basically want to keep the beach clean, and there are a lot of people there, a lot of families, and there was some litter, but unfortunately you'll find that at most beaches. And then we went to Sand City Beach with Marina, and we noticed that it was isolated and businesses were kind of far away because there's the highway between that and the shopping center. And it's pretty secluded. We only noticed about like 6 or 7 people there maximum while we were there. And there was more litter in different areas, specifically from mostly like illegal activity. And then we spoke to one of the public workers there, Harvey, who told us that one of our previous ideas had been putting more cans on the beach. But he said that with more cans comes more residential trash, so that wouldn't be too feasible for him. And also his truck can't go down onto the beach, so cans on the beach isn't too reliable.
While we were at Sand City Beach, we interviewed about 3 different people, and 2 of those people included a man, a dog owner who comes to the beach every day, and a lady who comes to the beach about 5 or 6 times a year to collect sea glass, and they both agreed that they did see some litter on the beach and they would like that not to be there. And they also both agreed that they thought trash cans would help that problem, which is not what Harvey thought because of the residential trash problem.
Another part of our process was the bad idea which is actually over there in person. So basically it was more for creative thought flow and like quantity of ideas rather than sitting down and processing every idea for quality. Well, how feasible is it? It was more just like thinking of all the directions we could possibly go with this challenge.
Yes, because obviously throwing trash in the ocean is not a good idea.
Another part of our process was we created something kind of like a formula. First, we made a list of ideas that we all liked, and then we ranked these ideas by the cost first. So 1 being it costs the most, and the higher the number, we thought that it would cost the least. And we also ranked it on probability of actually happening. And the 1 being probably not going to happen, and the higher the number, this could potentially actually be real. And then we added those 2 numbers together and came up with these sums. And we circled the 3 highest sums in green. I'm not sure if the colors are coming out there. But, and then the 3 ideas that we all liked in blue. And then we picked 3 of those circled ideas from those.
And then we came up with a few final ideas. And Marina had told us that at their Santa Cruz beach, they have trash bag dispensers where people can come and take a trash bag and then just leave it near the can for the trash picker-upper people to take, and garbage collectors, that's her. But she also said a problem was people would end up taking whole rolls of trash bags, so we decided to design a trash bag dispenser that would prevent people from taking whole rolls. And also on their signs they have dolphins and pelicans, and Marina said that they would like to see more animals, and we chose the sea otter because Monterey's known for sea otters and he doesn't like otters. Oh, and some locations we would put the trash bag dispensers would be the rec trail near Costco. I forget what this one is, but no, this is
Tioga.
Tioga Avenue, thank you, and West Bay Street, because those were the 3 areas we found the most trash. And also for our trash bag dispensers, we interviewed 2 Save Our Shores volunteers who agreed to come and refill the trash bags if it is installed and come and
Can we break to the middle first?
Yep.
Oh, wait, it's a front screen.
It's okay.
And unlike the other trash bag dispenser where you open it from the top, this one you pull it out and tear it. And yes, people could just pull out whole rolls, but we were hoping that would discourage them because maybe they would get lazy.
So you just pull out a bag, put your trash in, and then Harvey said he would be glad to pick up any bags that were left near the trash cans by the side of the road. And so that is our prototype.
And thank you.
Yay.
You guys did a great job taking a huge problem without having a budget offered to you guys and kind of bringing it down to a workable level where you're not getting discouraged by this big problem, but you're also taking a step that will make an impact. I thought the way you guys thought through the problem was so awesome, creating that idea board so you could throw out your creative ideas. That also helped create this idea, and the probability and cost thing was really cool to see. It was just awesome to see you guys think through that. Sign looks great. It's cute. It's positive, just like we were talking about. It looks great. I love that it's all repurposed wood too. Again, creating something new with something that you already have available to you is so awesome. So really, really nice job, you guys. It was really fun to work with you. This looks great. Very nice job.
I like the fact that the message is positive, because that's one of the most frustrating things. I was a guide for many years at the aquarium, and people don't want to hear the doom and gloom without some possibility of making a difference. So this says, you know, you can make a difference, and it's pretty damn easy, so good job.
I really like that you guys took us through your thought processes, because, you know, as an adult who didn't go through this when I was younger, I was like, oh, that's a good idea. Oh, I could implement some of those ideas. So seeing how you guys were thinking about the process and not just showing us, you know, the problem solution and keeping us involved in the middle part was really great.
I really liked the you know, the compare and contrast with the Del Monte Beach and Sand City Beach, and you know, showing, you know, just the different environment, talking to the people there, looking at how the problem is handled in one place, and that's not necessarily transferable to the Sand City Beach, even though it's just a very short distance away. You did a really good job with that.
How far apart are because your diagram showed 3 of these. How far apart are they, more or less? If I was walking on the beach, how far would I have to walk between one trash bag place and another?
Not too.
About a quarter mile. Those are point of entries, I believe, too.
Yeah,
I
those
think
are.
those are the only places that you can, unless you're doing something weird, then you get on that beach. So the idea is like you pull up there,
Right.
you park
Is
and
that-
say, oh, I get the bag, unless I'm,
Is that the only place that the trash, the garbage collector can
Access.
pull the bags from?
I think
Correct.
primarily he was most comfortable with picking it up from around here. But he does, I'm pretty sure his route does go.
So he does kind of maybe a walk on the beach?
No.
No, he drives in a truck.
That's the job of the beach.
The reason I was asking those questions is because I actually have kind of a suggestion to add, is that I did a management training program with Disney World, and they do a lot of studies on garbage. And what they found was that people will only walk 26 feet before they will throw their garbage on the ground. So I was just wondering if maybe there was a way to kind of incorporate that idea and maybe have a contest, have every trash collection, trash bag thing be like an original piece of art even, and have a contest to build them and put them on the beach or something
You know,
like
Disney
that.
is different in one major way. Everyone that works at Disney at the park, that's their task, is to make sure that experience is wonderful. So they'll pick up the trash if you're too lazy. As a
Right.
bad visitor.
Well, but I do
At
have,
the beach, there's no one else to do it.
I understand that, but I do have to say that at the time that I did that, I was running a pretty big hotel with a whole underground city, very similar in a way to that, and we had a huge garbage problem in the underground part.
Which was out of sight, out of view.
Yes, and so when I came back from that, I put the garbage cans with funny sayings on them every 26 feet, and it worked.
It's great to hear the conversation has started. The designs, the solutions that have been presented here today are the result of 10 days in this space.
Concentrated.
Not much more than 60 hours of real engagement from these students. And we think they've created very meaningful and viable solutions. And the reason that we want the community members here is to keep the conversation going, because they've been incubated here, but we'd like to see them take shape in the community. And we're fortunate to know that two organizations have some money that they'd like to put into these solutions. And one organization is committed to the idea, but said to us, we have limited budget. So what we'd like to do is have all the students up so that Tom Nelson can present some certificates to recognize their accomplishments, and then invite everyone to stay for a little while and keep the conversation going so that we can talk about how we can take these solutions to the next level.